Because of the emphasis placed on the standardized testing in the United States, understanding how to mitigate exam anxiety is essential. This research aims to determine whether there is a correlation between studying hours and exam anxiety. Previous literature exists on both exam anxiety and studying habits of students, but little rigorous literature is available exploring the relationship between the effects of studying hours and exam anxiety. Does studying reduce exam anxiety? Given prior research and literature, it is reasonable to expect that the more hours devoted to study, the lower the anxiety an individual will experience, which will lead to higher test scores for the student. Population consists of 103 university-age students who were assessed using the exam anxiety questionnaire prior to taking an exam. Additionally, each of the students were asked to keep a studying journal prior to taking their exam. Population consisted of 51 males and 52 females. The data was recorded and obtained through Discovering Statistics using IBM SPSS Statistics by Andy Field. The data is parametric, so a Pearson's bivariate one-tailed correlation test was performed. There were 3 relationships that were examined, but the one that we're most concerned with is studying hours and exam anxiety. The exam anxiety and amount of time spent studying had a negatively correlated values with an R value of negative 0.7092, which was significant. Also, an R square was performed, and it appears as though 50% of the exam anxiety can be attributed to time spent studying according to R squared. Because this data set was obtained from an outside source, much information about the participants of the study were unknown, including race, specific ages, and regions of study. Additionally, the study of 103 people is relatively small sample size, so it could limit the data. Questions also arise about whether students are studying for the number of hours they reported over days, or whether they studied for only one episode of learning, known as cramming. Due to the importance of standardized testing in modern education, exam anxiety and its effects must be understood completely. If the number of studying hours can have such a profoundly negative correlation on exam anxiety, then perhaps studying skills need to be more explicitly taught in order to mitigate the effects of exam anxiety. If a solution to the issue of exam anxiety can be the amount of time students spend studying, perhaps teaching our students proper study habits can reduce exam anxiety and contribute to higher achievement on exams.